Alrighty, welcome to Chemistry at Saracoso. My name is Alex Galuski, or Professor G, as a lot of people like to say, and I will be your instructor this semester. So we're going to kind of go over the syllabus so we can kind of have an introduction to the course. This is for Gen Chem 2, which is here, Chemistry C113. I'm going to actually technically go over the honors syllabus, but it's going to be the same for the non-honors section here. So with this, you can see my name and my email address. You can use that, of course, to email me. This course is the second semester of General Chemistry. Previously, you should have learned about all these other things here. If not, this may not be the course for you. If you've taken chemistry at Saracoso before with me, you will have gone through all those topics, so you'll be okay. But if you're coming from elsewhere, you want to make sure that you are up to date with all of those topics there. For the textbook we're using, that's going to be chapters 1 through 12. That's what's covered last semester, technically. And this semester, we're going to be covering kind of the rest of the book. And so we're going to talk about solutions, kinetics, equilibrium, and you can read all the other topics here as well. How I teach the course, for those of you who have taken it before with me, it's going to be very similar. I use three things. I use Canvas. That's where we're going to have all of our assignments and kind of files and that sort of thing. That's where you're going to turn in homework and exams through Canvas. You can access it through this link here. I think there's probably a hyperlink on the Saracoso main webpage. For kind of lecture, as we call it, I use Twitch for that. So I will be streaming live lectures for you guys. You do not need to attend live because this is an asynchronous course. So you'll basically have the week to do, the course's material for the week. You do not have to watch live. You do not have to participate live. It's just for those of you who can make it. Some people appreciate that. Otherwise, you're free to watch it on the weekends, whatever you want to do. And for that, you just need to tune in at the time. If you log in, or if you go to Twitch later, if you go to that link, you will be able to see the videos that have been recorded within the last 2 months or so. I'll also be posting the lecture videos onto YouTube, so you can watch them there if that's your preference. It'll be the same videos as the ones on Twitch. Finally, we'll be using Discord. That's going to be kind of where we have our kind of classroom environment. So that's where we're going to have the communication aspects, the participation, and that sort of thing. So if you ever have a question, the fastest way is going to be to get an answer is to reach out through Discord. And I will be posting a different video for how to use Discord if you've never used it before. For that, you're just going to make an account really quickly, and you'll go through that video so you can see kind of the features that we have there. Okay, so for us, I will be streaming live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 10:15 to 11:15. Sometimes I will also stream on Thursdays, just depending if we are falling behind or if we have an exam coming up, we want to do a review session, that's when I'll do that. That's kind of where my office hours for this semester. So, that's, when you can ask me questions and stuff, and we can go over those as well. Generally, though, you're going to find that Discord is going to be the fastest, easiest way for me to answer your questions. So, like I said before, everything is recorded, so there is no need to show up on time. Or at all, I guess, to the live lectures. So if you want, just watch them later. You're totally free to do that. Participation is a good thing. We're going to see later that we will have some participation requirements as mandated by the state. So for homework assignments, we're going to have them posted on Canvas, and you'll be submitting those through Canvas as well. Those are going to be due on Saturdays if you have an exam the following week, or Sundays if you do not have an exam the following week. So the first couple of homework assignments will be due on Sunday. And we'll, that'll be addressed every time in class as well. Our textbook is Chemistry Essential Science. Let's see, looks like this. Ta-da! I'm using the 14th edition here, but Other editions are available. They're probably cheaper. The material's probably going to be the same, so you're not losing out by getting an older edition there. This is an optional thing. You do not need a textbook at all if you really don't want to, but it is going to be a handy resource for you. There's no need for the mastering chemistry thing that you need online, and your lab stuff is going to be free for you, and it's going to be through Canvas. So your grade's going to be this as follows. For the non-honors course, it's going to be slightly different. You're going to have 30% for exams, 30% for homework, and 20% for labs. But this is the honors section syllabus, so it's got slightly different percentages. And our grading scale is going to be the same. We're going to have our schedule as follows here. So we're going to have the topics covered here along with the corresponding chapters. We're going to have 3 exams this semester. We'll talk about those in a bit. And we're going to have our final exam as well the week of May 10th. So homework is going to be either worksheets or textbook problems. And if it's textbook problems, I will be giving you those, so you do not need to get the textbook for that purpose. I'll be taking pictures and uploading those for you and telling you which numbers to do. For those, you should show as much work as necessary. So if it's a math problem, which you're going to see a lot of the stuff in 113 will be math problems, you're expected to show your work there. The more work you show, the better. If I feel like you've just written the answer and there's no work, you're not going to get credit for that. So it is always a good idea to do as much work as you think is necessary. With regards to grading of homework, how I do that is I will be looking at a few problems for correctness, and the rest I will be looking at completion. So that's how I'm going to be grading them. There's not going to be individual feedback, unfortunately, unless you specifically say, hey, on this exam or the homework on kinetics or whatever, I really thought I did well, but, why did I get all these wrong? And I can talk to you about that. However, I will be posting all the answer keys, and it's kind of going to be up to you to, reference the answer keys looking at the homework you've submitted to see what you've got right and what you've got wrong. That's going to be a great way for you to prepare for the course to study for it. I may give quizzes throughout the semester as well. For late work, I generally will accept it as long as I have not posted the answer key. Once I've posted the key, I do not accept late work anymore. Late work that is submitted that is accepted, however, will be subject to a point penalty for lateness. For your exams, this semester we're going to have free response exams. So that is a contrast to last semester. So you're going to be, writing out all of your answers and everything on your exam. This is kind of like a take-home exam. You're going to be scanning and submitting those to Canvas. And depending on how many students, I will try and get as much individual feedback as I can looking on those. So those may take a little bit longer depending if I'm going to do the feedback or not. But I usually will try and have those graded within a week or so. Since those are going to be kind of on your own, those will be open book, open note, whatever. But please try not to make them open human, especially if that human is also in the course with you. Those you'll have 23 hours and 59 minutes to complete. Those will be Mondays only, so they will open at midnight on Monday. You can print it and all that and get started, and then you have to submit it by 11:59 on Monday. So they're not timed necessarily. Your final exam, though, however, will be multiple choice, and that is going to be through Canvas. If you need assistance from the DSPS, here's the link. That'll give you their contact information. And you can access resources there. So this is going to be, a safe environment for everybody. So I'm happy to entertain, questions and discussions and all that stuff, but try and keep the toxicity out, please. If you are interested in the honors section, let me know. There is a form you fill out, and we can get you to do that. The only extra thing for honors is it's going to give you an extra unit. So instead of a 5-unit for 113, you're going to get 6 units of honors credit. And I think you need 17 units total of honors to get the honors program completed. So that's a third of your honors right here. So that's a nice way to do it compared to something like an English class, which is going to be 3 or 4 units. So if you decide to do the honors section, those are going to be on, that has to be done synchronously. So we're going to meet on Discord on Thursdays at 11:30, and we'll meet for an hour, and we'll go over what we're going to do there. Typically, what I plan to do for the honors section is you're going to be solving harder problems, and you may be given problems and asked to present them to the rest of the class as well. So that's kind of what we're doing there with the honors section. So if you feel like you'd like to do more work and get the extra unit and the honors credit, then let me know, and you can go ahead and fill out the form that's on Canvas. There's some policies here. You have to participate for the first 2 weeks. If you don't, I have to drop you. I don't want to do that. And then if there's any 2-week period in which you do not do anything, you don't submit homework or contact me or anything at all, I have to drop you there as well before March 26th. That's going to be our last date, as we see. I will try and let you know. I will reach out to you. If I have to drop you, just say, hey, are you still alive? If you're still in the course, let me know and I won't drop you. You can read the learning outcomes here. They're related to the topics that we're going to cover. Here are our important dates. The 29th of January is the last day to get a refund and no W. 31st is the last day to not get a W, but no refund. And then March 26th is the last day for a W. If we look here, that's going to be after our second exam pretty much. So you'll at least have that much information for you to make that decision whether to drop or not. Let's see what else we do have. Plagiarism. So let's please try to avoid as much plagiarism as possible here. So this includes working with, if you have friends in the class and you want to work on your homework together, that's fine, go right ahead. But make sure you're not, submitting the exact same pictures to Canvas. I mean, that's a pretty obvious way for me to tell, right? But if I'm reading, your explanations or whatever, and they're exactly verbatim, where, I would expect to have some, amount of personalization there, I would try to avoid that as well. So if you are going to work together, at least phrase things differently. But again, please do not work together on your exams. I really do not want to have to deal with any sort of plagiarism. That's never a fun thing for me to do, and it's not fun for you either. So, best thing to do, just avoid it. I find that the only way to really fail the course, in my opinion, is to cheat. So avoid that. Okay? So let's never have to talk about cheating again. Alrighty. Well, with that, if you do have questions, you can see our syllabus on Canvas, of course, and you can go ahead and drop me a message in Discord if you have any questions regarding the syllabus or the course policies. I'll be happy to address them to you. And with that, I guess I will see you on the 19th, which is on Tuesday, for our first day of solution chemistry. Alrighty.